Europe is already bracing for what could be a long, cold winter.
They may not have to deal with white walkers, but they will be left scrambling for energy.
Other forecasts released by meteorologists on Thursday say the continent could see a cold snap in December, putting more pressure on governments that have already reduced Russian natural gas imports.
This is how it looks like right now. The way it looks like, I have a total of 75 bags of wood. One bag of wood lasts me roughly 1.5 days in like really severe winter. So if I have roughly about 75 bags, then they can last me about a little bit more than 100 days, which means more than 3 months, which I hope we'll be able to cover for the worst of winter that we might have. Fingers crossed. Getting these bags of wood was not really easy. In February of this year, actually, I paid €3 for one bag. This month, I actually had to pay €5 from the same company for the same bag. It's really expensive. And not to mention that you can hardly find wood because there is a big shortage of wood because the electricity and heating costs have risen so much that many people are going to start to use wood. Now there are three main challenges when it comes to winter of 2022 in Estonia. The first one is of course heating, which I covered right now. Second one is electricity. That is a much more complicated problem. Now there is a chance that Russia could shut down the electricity that we have in the Baltics. I don't know exactly how this works, but there was a newspaper report where the Estonian Prime Minister said that we should be prepared for an electricity blackout. Now, when I dug a little bit more deeper into that, the officials from the Estonian energy company said that the whole disruption could be not more than a day or maybe 6 to 8 hours at most. But this does show that Estonia is not as fully independent in electricity as it should be. But the problem is, how do we prepare for that? Now, the biggest problem that we have with electricity is cooking, and that is going to be quite a problem. Now, there are a few options. The first option that I have is that if it's severe winter and we're burning the stove, then we might as well use the stove for cooking as well if it's for a short time. The other option that I just thought of right now is maybe we would like to have something like a camping stove that we could use for emergency situations. Now, there is a third part about this whole winter thing, and that is going to be about the economy, which is probably the most complicated part to imagine because we do see that there is some kind of a recession coming. So how do we prepare for that? I am working at a full-time job. In addition, I'm also working as a part-time teacher in the university. And in addition to that, sometimes I also freelance as a content writer. But even though I'm doing all these things, it's all what you can do to prepare for such kind of emergency. Now, the reason why I wanted to make this video is precisely to explain on the ground situation what people are really doing. Because you always hear about it from the news, from all these different kinds of outlets that are telling you about the situation. But I think it's always best if you are on the ground there, then you give your own preparations and the kind of work that you are doing to prepare for that. I hope you like this video. Please comment and like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.